and really learning by the day, by the week. He's doing a nice job of getting the most out of each and every day and feeling more comfortable with the system. I think as quarterbacks, we don't count the plays, we make the plays count. Whatever plays we get, we are thankful for them, and we just make them count, whether they're against the first-string defense or Baldwin Wallace JVs. Every scrap we get as QBs, we're going to get the most out of, and that's the way.
Browns supporters are going crazy over a bombshell that Bill Musgrave just dropped. Musgrave didn't mince words when he was questioned about Stefanski's choice to deny Shedeur Sanders any practice time and give Dillon Gabriel all of the first-team reps. In response, Shedeur Sanders says he is more than capable of handling any obstacle. It makes no difference if the defense is played by the first or second team. Musgrave claims that Shedeur's development and attitude have already demonstrated his ability to compete at the greatest level. For a period, Musgrave made it quite evident that Shedeur has demonstrated his ability to handle any challenge and is prepared to take on any defense with the same assurance he would display against backups. This is where it becomes nuclear, though. Musgrave does not believe that Stefanski's strategy is acceptable. He is pointing out that Shedeur is clearly ready for the big stage based on his development and attitude. This went beyond merely defending Shedeur Sanders. Stefanski's way of thinking was directly contested by this. In essence, Musgrave is stating that given Shedeur's advancements, there's no justification for holding him back. Regardless of who is positioned across from him, it is obvious that Musgrave has faith in this young quarterback's ability to perform when it matters. The coach of the quarterback recently publicly contradicted his head coach. And additionally, that is essentially a declaration of war in the NFL.
And he's out throwing some passes, I know, at times when we're meeting or when we're doing other stuff during the afternoon. Seems like he's working like crazy.
That wasn't the end of Bill Musgrave. He continued, releasing yet another bomb of truth that ought to have made Kevin Stefanski perspire. Shedeur Sanders is working with a genuinely unrivaled intensity, Musgrave said. Training sessions make it very evident that Shedeur's dedication and effort are at an all-time high, according to the quarterback's coach. He stressed that this young quarterback is unfazed by anything, and that his work ethic has only grown stronger with time. Musgrave made it quite evident that there is no reason to doubt Shedeur's commitment. He is working harder than he has in the past. Musgrave firmly believes that Shedeur's hard work is indisputable, and his progress speaks for itself. Musgrave, however, was not finished. He admitted that Shedeur had encountered difficulties as a result of this strange Cleveland circumstance. However, he is adamant about the young quarterback's ability. Then he revealed this shocking revelation. Musgrave is certain that Shedeur will be given the opportunity to play in the NFL, and that he is capable of doing so at this time. He underlined that Shedeur is more than prepared to contribute to the Browns, and has a great deal to offer. Right away.
Definitely been through a lot, and I know he wants to play a lot of football again. He feels like he's got a lot of tread left on his tire.
The notion of giving Shedeur Sanders any first-team experience was dismissed by Stefanski. His logic was straightforward, and it became painfully obvious that he wasn't trying to give Sanders a fair chance. It showed blatant bias. Stefanski freely acknowledged that he didn't want Sanders or anybody else to steal Dillon Gabriel's reps. This had nothing to do with the team's best interests or being ready in case Gabriel went down. This had to do with the player he personally preferred. The head coach recently acknowledged that he is playing favorites. He isn't assessing skill impartially. Even if it means leaving a potentially great quarterback unprepared, he is doing all in his power to keep Gabriel safe. Everything that Bill Musgrave has stated makes sense when you think about it. Musgrave has every reason to defend Shedeur Sanders. His open challenge to Stefanski was well-founded. Musgrave is witnessing the burial of a gifted quarterback, not because he isn't prepared, but rather because the head coach has already chosen the person he wants to win. It isn't coaching, that's being obstinate. Ego is that. That's precisely how your career is ruined.
With Dillon starting, you want to make sure he gets a lot of the reps. Different when you have a veteran like Joe.
Attorney Bill Musgrave is firmly in support of Shedeur Sanders and didn't mince words while discussing the controversy surrounding Shedeur's actions, which provoked discussion among the media and Browns supporters. Musgrave launched an onslaught, stifling anyone who implied Shedeur wasn't sincere or dedicated. He made it abundantly evident that Shedeur stands out because he is a born leader. Musgrave asserts that Shedeur doesn't need to alter his strategy. His leadership skills are rooted in his own manner, and there is nothing wrong with the way he conducts himself. This is enormous. We've been hearing rumors for months that Shedeur's confidence and attitude are problematic. Critics questioned whether he resembles his father too much and is too ostentatious. Musgrave destroyed that sound. There is nothing wrong with Shedeur's personality. It is a resource. There is nothing wrong with his leadership approach. That's what's unique about him. The message is unambiguous. Give up attempting to mold this child. Accept him for who he is. He is the quarterback who will be successful.
Quarter turn adjust when he needs to, but you have to be yourself. The only thing worse than someone who's maybe not a natural leader is somebody who fakes it or tries to be somebody they're not. And so we encourage the players, the quarterbacks, be themselves. When you do lead in your own natural way. And that's the authentic way to do it, and that's always the best.
Bill Musgrave is no longer the only person who supports Shedeur Sanders. Additionally, the media is beginning to pile on. Mary Kay Cabot simply gave it her all for the Shedeur team. She is certain he is a better choice to start than Dillon Gabriel after extensively observing him during training. She feels that no one else on this squad can equal Shedeur's remarkable precision, which is highlighted in her analysis. She emphasized how his flexible arm action allowed him to throw accurately from any angle.
Has been making a ton of progress. He looks really good. I've been saying this over and over again. If you put Shedeur and Dillon Gabriel side by side or one after the other in a 7-on-7 red zone drill, I think that Shedeur would probably win that drill much of the time.
Bill Musgrave is no longer the only person who supports Shedeur Sanders. Additionally, the media is beginning to pile on. Mary Kay Cabot simply gave it her all for the Shedeur team. She is certain he is a better choice to start than Dillon Gabriel after extensively observing him during training. She feels that no one else on this squad can equal Shedeur's remarkable precision, which is highlighted in her analysis. She emphasized how his flexible arm action allowed him to throw accurately from any angle.
Worse than I expected, because I have a higher opinion of him than most people in the media, and certainly than you guys do. But I got to admit, it's less than I expected. His accuracy has not been good. But the drop passes, that disrupts rhythm in a drive and a possession. But that's no excuse. You're the quarterback. You got to deal with things.
However, Stefanski continues to deny Shedeur Sanders a fair chance in spite of this, and it's becoming more and more clear that his choice might have a personal component. As these problems go unresolved, the irritation grows. How much longer can the Browns ignore the obvious? Even the doubters are wondering. You have issues when Tony Grucey begins to question your choice of quarterback, major issues. The bottom line is as follows. Support for Shedeur Sanders from Bill Musgrave goes beyond coach speak. His enthusiastic support demonstrates his conviction that this young quarterback is prepared to perform at the greatest level. Shedeur's consistently been praised by Musgrave for his exceptional work ethic, leadership abilities, and innate talent. He is convinced that Shedeur has shown that he has what it takes to be successful in the NFL. His performance, dedication, and attitude are quite clear. This is what makes it explosive, though. Musgrave's support for Shedeur also directly contradicts Stefanski's approach to the matter. Musgrave has made it apparent that Shedeur's development and potential cannot be disregarded, even though Stefanski continues to minimize Shedeur's abilities and give preference to Dillon Gabriel. Shedeur's case has never been stronger. with his quarterback's coach openly supporting him, beat journalists highlighting his exceptional accuracy, and detractors acknowledging Dillon Gabriel isn't doing well. Kevin Stefanski is the only one who doesn't notice it. How much longer can you stick to this position when your quarterback's coach doesn't support your strategy, when the media challenges your choices, when even scathing detractors call for change, and when your team is down to 2-5 with no quarterback answers? Do you Brown supporters concur with Musgrave that Shedeur is prepared? Or do you think Stefanski is correct to remain with Gabriel? Is Musgrave correct to question the dynamics of the quarterback position? How much longer should the Browns wait when Shedeur's skill is on full show every single day? The main query is whether Stefanski's unwillingness to provide Shedeur the first-team representatives' personal bias stems from a deeper agenda that we are unaware of. This story is far from over, and whatever happens next will have a huge impact on everyone involved. Please share your thoughts in the comment section below. The ongoing story of Shedeur Sanders is just becoming more dramatic.